Hi guys, welcome to Tech Insider, and today we'll be doing our first impressions of the ASUS ROG phone. Many of you have probably been waiting for this phone since it was first announced at the MWC earlier this year. According to ASUS, not only is this supposed to be a flagship phone, but a phone that is meant to optimize your gaming experience. So what makes this phone so special? First and foremost, it has a Snapdragon 845 processor, which means that it optimizes on speed without compromising on graphics and thermals. Also, in the interest of keeping the phone cool, it has 3D vapor cooling technology, which is something of ASUS's own design. As you can see, it has a 6-inch AMOLED display, which has Gorilla Glass 6 protection in the front. In the back, it has Gorilla Glass 5 protection, which is actually blended with the metal plate. There are dual cameras in the back. One is a 12 megapixel sensor, the other is an 8 megapixel sensor, with the fingerprint sensor located below. In the front, you have an 8 megapixel sensor for taking your selfies. The phone currently runs on Android 8.1, which is Android Oreo, but ASUS does have plans on rolling out an update real soon. The one thing that caught me off guard about this phone was that it has a 4000 mAh battery. I kind of expected it to have a 5000 mAh battery, considering that's what they had on the Zenfone Z. That being said, they have compensated with 2 charging points. There's one at the bottom, which is a quick charge 3.0 port, and there's one on the side, which is a quick charge 4.0 port. Why have 2 charging ports in one phone? Well, usually when you're gaming horizontally. So if you have wires sticking out of the right, it kind of hinders your mobility and how you get to your controls. If you have wires coming out of the bottom, you can move around as you want uninhibited. Another thing about the phone that truly makes it the gaming phone is the game center. This is basically where you can optimize your phone according to your requirements. So there's something called game profiles where all of my games show up, and I can make specific settings for each of them. So it just doesn't have to be one profile for gaming. It can be a unique profile for every game that I'm playing. For example, if I click on the PUBG profile, I can set up whether or not I want alerts to show up or if I want the memory to be cleaned. But this only happens once you activate something called the X mode, which is basically a fancy way of saying the gaming mode. The X mode is also what activates the RGB lighting in the back. I know there's a divided opinion about whether RGB lighting is awesome or it's not, but there's an option to deactivate it if you're not too fond of it. The phone runs, like I said, on Android Oreo, but it does have the ROG user interface laid out on top. I think that's about it. So far, the phone looks really awesome. Do keep updated with Tech Insider India for prices and the full review of the phone. Thank you.